Monday or Tuesday or whatever.
Yeah, it'll be Monday. He's out of town for family. It's for the high top, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
What's up with
It's
it?
for all the, for one, I didn't get all the parts on there that was paid for and to put on. This is just a couple of the pictures. I'm blowing flames underneath. That's their weld job. They didn't put the other CO2 sensor on there. My new catalytic converter is ruined from the way it was connected and all the flames coming out. I've already went and got new estimates. And what all is it? You explain it.
Well, basically, that O2 sensor was supposed to be replaced and wasn't.
This is just some of the pictures. We got pictures of
And
the flames
they
coming out.
charged for, I'm assuming, an upstream and downstream O2 sensor. And it doesn't have a downstream O2 sensor on it. It's got two upstreams.
Right. And I only got one sensor.
So the 7599 O2 sensor wasn't even put on the van. The
I had a hell
catalytic
of a time
converters.
getting it from here to home, and I'm still having a hell of a time
catalytic
driving it.
converters are partially welded, but
That kind of a mess.
and they're not clamped or anything. They're partially welded and then packed full of this cement stuff. Well, on the front of the right side, the white stuff is blowed out, and the front of the catalytic converter's turning red and got fire flying out of it.
Yeah. Well, we just took it to
And
another shop.
then when we picked it up, there's a flange on the pipe from the catalytic converter to the muffler
What's that mean?
that
I'm sorry. I'm trying to learn.
that had
It wasn't bolted on.
bolts.
You wanted
The
$75
flange,
more to put
the flange I'm
lens.
aware of, and
Two
he
of-
explained that to me that the flange was broken and he was unable to attach bolts to it, and the only way
Well,
you could attach
it
bolts to it if
wasn't.
you replaced
It
it.
wasn't.
It wasn't. Two of the
I got
studs.
paperwork from
The
that
flange
guy.
has 3 studs in it. 2 of them were broke off. All right, the other one was still holding. But how they got the catalytic converter in there without taking that pipe off to begin with is beyond me. And then when we got the van back, there was a 1/4-inch gap in that flange where the exhaust was just coming out before the muffler. And then he wants $75 more to fix it. And I mean,
And I got
this
charged
is just
for
a
a
totally
sensor I don't even have.
unacceptable and shady job on this thing.
Well,
Here's more examples. There's part of it. There's the flames shooting out. Now, you know what could have happened to me if I was parked over leaves and everything else? I would have had a fire. Not to mention all the carbon monoxide going into my van, because I camp in my van. And the other thing is, he's got the wrong catalytic converter on my van.
2 of them.
Two.
See
I
the
paid for
difference in the
2.
size of the pipe?
I have 2 different
See the
catalytic.
size of the pipe on the catalytic converter and the pipe going in? There's no way you're going to weld that, clamp that, or anything else.
can I take this real fast to speak to the technician who I believe did the job, so I can point out to him?
We have it too. I just printed it out.
Okay. I got other writings on
I'll bring it
there
right
from
back.
another person.
Fairly certain it was Ed who did that.
Yeah, I mean, I literally got major flames shooting out from under my van. I knew it when I left here that it didn't sound right, and he wouldn't even come out and talk to me.
Who went? Howie?
No, and he was there. You're the one that kept
Yeah.
going back and forth, and now he would not.
Yeah, he was on the phone. Alright, I'll go speak with Ed real fast. We'll see what's going on.
And then I've got 2 catalytic converters that are not from my van, and I don't have one of the oxygen sensors. I have this weld mess now that the new guy's got to take care of. And I mean, I'd like to try to come to some kind of compromise financially.
Yeah.
or
Oh,
else
definitely,
I'm gonna go
definitely.
to court.
That's
And
definitely, I understand. I'm
There's
a
no
mechanic,
botch
so I'm trying to
job.
look.
Just with this alone is the biggest, is a big botch job. Trying to make a catalytic converter fit that don't fit.
Right, what was your name again?
Melody Johnson. And I brought it in on a Tuesday to was be able to pick it up either that day or the next day. I understand getting parts. It took a week. Part I don't understand is I wasn't getting phone calls back. I'd have to keep calling in to find out. If it costed a little more to do it properly, I should have been told and not drive away without it being bolted together. Not my fault that whatever reason they wouldn't be bolted. That's a major issue right there. My van is not driving right now. I'm jerking all over the roads.
And also, when we brought it in, we brought a list of what all the codes were that it was flashing out from
Yes.
AutoZone or somewhere. And he said that he'd rather clear the codes and re-diagnose it and go from there.
My main
Well,
problem was the
it's
cylinder
still
six.
coding.
I talked to you that day.
It's still coding.
I talked to you.
And he told me the main problem isn't on here.
Yeah, they are out in the garage. Something I can help you with here. Oh, okay. Let me get let me look at this one second, okay?
But my main issue was the 06 was the 6 cylinder, and that was, and it's right on my paperwork to be done, and that's worse now. And when I
That-
brought it in here, I had a quiet van.
They did nothing to address that.
I brought in a quiet van, and I left with a van that was shaking, rattling, and rolling, and loud as hell. I don't even have rattles with all the stuff in there I got. But something's gonna have to be done compromising wise.
I
or-
understand.
or-
He'll take care of it. That's Andrew just has to get a hold of it and then see what.
I mean, I paid $218 for 2 catalytic converters that ain't even the right catalytic converters.
No, you paid 300 and something for the catalytic converter.
I'm sorry, $299 for 2 catalytic converters that don't fit. I paid $76 for an oxidized sensor that is not on there.
The
Only
van doesn't
one
have it.
new sensor was put on. I'm charged for 2.
What's the sensor look like?
Where's the phone? Where's
I'm
the
just,
picture?
I'm trying to learn,
Where's
you
the
know?
picture?
Right, I understand. I didn't know either.
I know some things like the little, like.
Right.
What's the sensor?
See how that's all rusted up right there? Where the
Yes.
wrench goes?
Uh-huh.
That's the old sensor. That's not a new sensor.
That's supposed to
That's
be a
what's
new
on it.
sensor.
Oh, so the sensor is this piece right here?
Yep.
That whole piece?
And these were just taken
Where's the
just
picture?
now.
I'm glad I'm learning something.
Right, me too.
I mean, my dad passed away in March, but he was a race car driver. And he worked at
Who was
Chrysler.
he?
Junior Vance.
I know that. That was your dad? What's your name?
My name's Tony.
Tony?
I'm the youngest of his 4 daughters.
That's a new one that they replaced.
Okay, I gotcha.
But it's got 2 of them. They never touched the other one.
Yeah.
He'll be on in a
You
minute.
see the other one?
Other than putting a wrench on it and not being able to get it out.
But I was billed for 2.
I just have to ask one more question.
That'll be on in a minute.
Why am I missing a picture?
You guys put that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just totally shady work and it's unacceptable. And it's,
One, I got charged for 2 sensors, only 1 sensor was put in. Where's the other printed out picture, Joe?
Is that acceptable work with fire flying out of
I
it?
have fire out of mine. Appreciate it, just,
That's the
Okay.
front of the catalytic converter.
then the weld jobs. I got paid for my two
I mean,
catalytic.
what kind of thing is that?
Okay, well, here's the thing. You put universal cats in it because,
You put the wrong size cats
I
in
got
it.
the
no, not at all.
Okay, I
What do you-
got two shots.
It's got a two and a
I did it two
1/4 inch
different
pipe
shops.
going into a 3-inch fitting.
Okay. It's called a universal cat for a reason. I mean, unless you want to spend $2,000 on a whole Y pipe with cats in it.
The cats are available for the van at AutoZone that don't have 3-inch inlets on them.
Okay. Well, that's funny
Alright.
because they weren't available when we did it, but whatever.
We just
Does
left
that
it.
look like it was replaced, or does that look like the original one? Well, we were
And I don't know what you were billed for because
We were
I just do the work.
We were billed for it.
Right, for two of them.
Okay.
I mean, the catalytic converter is not welded. They got partial welds on them or whatever, and then they're stuffed full of cement. And the cement just blew out, and now, according to the muffler shop, that catalytic converter is ruined.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
got
it's
fire
totally
flying
ruined.
out of the front of it 6 inches.
Well, there's more underlying issues if you got fire like that coming out of your exhaust. So
Well, it's not welded, or there wouldn't be fire coming
that
out.
wouldn't make a difference.
So you just stick pipes on exhaust and don't weld them, don't clamp them, don't do nothing, just stuff them
We
full
have
of,
been to two different,
stuff them full of
Well, then take
cement.
your shit elsewhere. I don't know what to tell you.
we'll take it to court.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you.
I was trying to do.
You want to sit here and tell me that it's not welded at all and it's shoved full of putty? and this
No,
and that?
it's
I don't know
partially
what to tell
welded.
you.
It's partially welded. You never took the
Well, you
pipes
just
off.
told me that it wasn't welded at all.
No, I said it's partially welded.
And then you just
stuffed-
told me it
and
wasn't
stuffed
fucking
full of
welded.
the shit.
Partially.
And
Just take your
you
shit
can't,
elsewhere
you
then. I'm
can't
done
weld
dealing
the
with it.
top of the pipe
Talk
without
the
taking it
fucking
off
out.
the truck.
That's all right. It's going to court. Let's go. I don't need to talk to you like that. Let me talk to you.